Elevated food doesn't have to be difficult. I mean, we could take a grilled cheese to levels you've never seen. In this video, I'm gonna show you guys how to make a Croque Monsieur and a Croque Madame. It's essentially a wonderful, beautiful French country ham and cheese grilled cheese sandwich. Easy enough? Let's get into it. We're gonna start with our bechamel. Now a bechamel, just a little bit of fun info, it's one of the 5 basic mother sauces in French cooking. It's essentially one of the building blocks of all that is flavor to the French, and they know a thing or two, so I'm going to follow suit. It's very simple. It's basically butter, flour, and milk. I'm gonna change it just a little bit, make it a bit more country. I'm gonna add some bacon fat. So that bacon fat and that butter gives us that really robust base of flavor. Now once our flour and our fat has cooked together, this is our roux, that's basically our thickening agent. We're gonna add our whole milk. Now this is going to come together really creamy. I might add milk slowly here and there just to watch my consistency, and this only takes about 6 to 7 minutes. It does not take long at all, and what we're left with is a rich and creamy sauce. Now we're gonna add some Gruyere to that later, but let's talk about our bread. Traditionally, a white bread would be used, something full fat. This is in no means diet food, so you definitely want to use white bread. Before we get to toasting, I've got a bit of Gruyere. Now this stuff is fantastic. Gruyere is a wonderful, wonderful cheese. Basically, it's a Swiss. So if you can't find Gruyere, or if you're not a fan, use any Swiss that you like. A third of this is for our sauce. So I'm gonna grab a nice little handful and we're gonna mount that into our sauce. Be sure to continually stir. You don't wanna slow down. You want that cheese to melt evenly so it doesn't break and we're left with a really creamy sauce. Let's toast our bread. Now this is something I like to do personally. By all means, skip it if you don't want it as crispy, but I do. Actually, CJ is here and I get to teach him something. Do you know why it's called Croque Monsieur?
Not a clue.
It's a fun one. The word croque in French means to bite or crunchy, and monsieur means Mr. or Sir. So technically, Croque Monsieur means Mr. Crunchy.
Huh.
The more you know. So I want my bread to be extra crunchy, so I'm gonna throw down a little bit of butter over medium heat, and I'm gonna toast both sides of my bread. I want it golden and crispy. That looks awesome. Now this is absolutely just something I like to do. You don't have to, but this is how I like to do it. So now with that cheese we had, we're gonna go with a healthy bit of cheese on the bottom, just like that, on both sides. Oh yeah, beautiful. Now to this, we're gonna add just a bit of ham. I really like sweet ham here, but by all means, use any kind of ham that you like. I just feel like that extra bit of sweetness is absolutely money. Let's go ahead and take both of these together over to our griddle. Now what I want to do is I'm going to turn my heat down to low, or you could even turn it to off if you want. We want some heat here. Now we have this gorgeous sauce. You see this sauce? Creamy, elegant goodness. Look at this. So, so good. I'm all about that. All about that. Something I like to do is I'm gonna go with some sauce in the middle. So we're gonna go just like that. I feel like it adds another dynamic to the sandwich. Right now we're gonna put our sandwich together by putting the bottom onto the top. We're gonna add some of that creamy bechamel sauce. Now don't forget, we did put a good bit of Gruyere in there, so it's nice and creamy and cheesy, but we're gonna add a bit more cheese over the top because I like it that way. A little bit more of that shredded Gruyere. Now we're gonna close the lid and let it melt. While that cheese is melting, let's get to our garnish, which is really simple. I'm gonna take a bit of flat leaf parsley. If you find yourself in the grocery store and you find that curly stuff, just skip it. Flat leaf is so much better. So I'm gonna torch the top just to get a little bubbly cheese crisp action that just looks stunning. That, my friends, is a simple elevated grilled cheese. We need to take a bite. That thing is loaded with flavor. It's a savory, delicious bomb. That cheese on the top, That's so money. Now the only difference between a Croque Monsieur, which this is, and a Croque Madame is adding an egg. Signifies a lady's hat, which I think is kind of funny. I got so ahead of myself, I forgot one of the most important ingredients, because you know it happens sometimes. Spicy brown mustard. I'm gonna put just down a little bit right here. We're gonna go old school. We're gonna do a little dipper. Now the mustard's gonna bring a vinegar tang to it, which is lovely. So that's what we're looking for right there. Now it's complete. Now let's go back to the other part where I ended the show prematurely. This is a fun one. I hope you guys love this. Be sure to click the subscribe button. Check out Betty's show, check out Todd's show. CJ's First Cooking Show is a ton of fun, but this is Cook, Eat, Repeat, where we help you become a better cook, one recipe at a time. I'm your host, Chef Nathan Lippy, and I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers.